Hey, welcome to Board Game Today. I've got the latest release from Privateer Press's MiniCrate. We're going to open up, we're going to show it off. Now, they've been sending things in an envelope. We don't have the cool, fancy boxes like they used to send, which is a little bit of a bummer. But, you know, it's all good. In the end, it's the miniature that matters. We're going to open up, we're going to talk about the figure itself, talk about the detail, show it off a bit, and, you know, just give general thoughts about it. So this is the Plushie Gorghadra. Sure. It is mini number 41, out in February 2021. It's not intended for human beings. Some global destruction and or otherworldly nightmares may occur. Batteries not included. Variant of the Grymkin Dreamer Warlock's 40mm based Phantasm from Hordes. Let's check out the figure itself. It's an interesting figure. I kind of looked at it when it first came out. Very kind of basic in like it's one giant piece. I'm kind of like, I haven't, I guess this is the headpiece that kind of goes on like, oh, well, that's pretty simple. Well, that was easy. Let's get everything out of the way. There we go. You know, it seems like it's a nice piece. It's interesting because it just really kind of feels like a hunk of lead. And, you know, not necessarily one that's got the most detail that they've had, or most complicated figures. I mean, some of them are pretty solid when it comes to pieces put together. You've got the helm, and you know, that's really it. The details on it are interesting. It's one that I think is deceptively detailed, if that makes sense. The sides of it, like I don't know quite, claws, I guess, armor, whatever. You know, there's these slight kind of dashes that you can kind of see in the art a little bit better. It's actually in the metal, which is impressive. Like, it's a small detail, but a really nice detail in some ways. We have also the grooves on this top here that you know, you can feel. So this is a really interesting figure. It kind of reminds me of a penguin for some reason. I don't know why. You know, really simple in many ways, but you know, the small details it does have are really well done. The lines on the helm itself give a layering, you know, look to it. I think could potentially be really cool painted up. But as I said, like, this seems to be just a simple figure. Like, if someone came out and said this was a Pokemon, I would not be shocked. It's what it kind of reminds me of. Yeah, I'd say maybe one of their weaker releases, but it's like an interesting figure. It's definitely something that's different, so I'll give them that. But, you know, as far as complicated, I think they've released better before with a lot more, you know, parts and put together, and just feels like you get a little bit more to it. This just feels like someone's familiar in Digimon, Pokemon reject. But it's interesting. Like, what details there is good. I just wish there was more to it than what is in front of me. So, I'm a bit mixed on this one. It's interesting. As I keep always saying, I like this release. I think their releases are really cool. You know, it's neat to see. I like this. You know, getting figure in the mail, random figures, exclusive, stuff like that. It's cool to see what they release, and generally the figures are pretty solid. I mean, if you are a fan of War Machine or Hordes, you should check it out. Like, I think it's a cool service. Or if you just want a random figure mailed to you that you can paint every single month, you know, it's a great service for that as well. You know, we'll have a link underneath this video, and it's not an affiliate link. We don't get anything for it. Just think it's a really cool service. Go check it out and subscribe if you are interested. As always, if you're looking for the latest news, game news, check us out every single day at BoardGameToday.com. Of course, we're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Well, you know, the normal places, all at Board Games Today, keeping it nice and consistent. So until next time, keep rolling those dice and get your game on. Hey, thanks for watching Board Game Today. We always appreciate your views and your support, but there are so many ways for you to support our site. Not only can you do right here on video, but you can go and check us out at BoardGameToday.com, where we have more news, reviews, interviews, everything you could ever want. But since you're here, if you could, you can always give us a like, subscribe or share our videos or watch something else is always much appreciated, and get your game on.